Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. In the last episode, we have discovered that Gordy is not real. We also have gotten some information from Miss Lotta Hart that apparently that the second witness is a older gentleman who is the boat rental shop owner. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over there and talk to him. December 26th, boat rental shop. Hey Nick, this is the boat shop that Lotta was talking about. You're right. Doesn't seem to be anyone around at all. Well, let's go check it out anyway. Caretaker shack. Is that a parrot? December 26th, caretaker shack. Meg, is that you? Meg? Like Meg Thomas from Dead by Daylight. Let me see. Yeah. Hey, is that Keith with you? Where have you two been? I've been worried sick. Nick, you handle this. I think I'll leave this one up to you, Maya. Meg! Yes? Finally made up your mind, have you? My mind? You run the pasta shop when I'm gone. Pasta? Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. You make your old man proud. When you kids left the house, I didn't know what to think. How am I supposed to keep this place running with an old man like me? Probably the kids are... Oh, Polly. The kids are home. Hello, hello. Squawk! Nick, what was that? A parrot. The one on the perch. Keith. Yes. If I leave the wet noodle in your capable hands, Sonny. Nick, what's the wet noodle? Based on the available evidence, I say it's the name of the pasta shop. That's a relief, isn't it, Polly? Hello, hello. Squawk. Yep. He fell asleep. I guess he's relieved. Pasta shop. Pasta shop. Yep. They think the wet noodle will live on when I'm gone. My father started it, you know, so now that makes two the third. So that makes two the third generation. Meg. Yes? Tomorrow we'll start with the secrets of dough tossing. The dough tossing? You too, Keith. Yes. You'll be the best pasta wrangler the West has ever seen. A pasta wrangler? The West is pasta from Italy. Meg! Yes? You know the best pasta's always been made west of the Rockies, don't you? Right, of course, everyone knows that. Nick? How long do we have to keep up this all-in-the-family charade? This old man must know something about the murder. I'm not leaving until we find out about what it is. This is a boat rental shop, right? What are you talking about? This here is the place of pasta, the wet noodle. Though, now that you mention it, we haven't gotten many orders for spaghetti lately. All the kids come up and say, yo, we want to ride in one of your boats. That's why I keep the boats out there. Youngster these days. Darn if I understand them. I'm pretty confused myself. Nick, this isn't going anywhere, but this old man is the witness tomorrow, right? We gotta find some way of getting information out of him. Wow, what an amazing parrot that is. Good morning. Hello? It ignored me. What, you forgot Meg? You gotta call her name first. Her name? Polly. How you been? Hello, hello. Squawk. See? Neat. The parrot's name is Polly. Walk compassion of the boatkeeper answers the name Polly. Too bad all she can say is hello. Ho ho ho. Old Polly can say lots of things. You just need to know the secret words. The secret words. Polly, what's your name? Polly. Squawk. Cute. I have found a new friend. Hey, I don't care what you say, Phoenix. As someone who has 2 parrots myself, I got a umbrella cockatoo. For those of you who don't know, an umbrella cockatoo is like a white. It's basically all their feathers are white, and they have some yellow feathers. And then I have a Moroccan cockatoo. The white one, the umbrella cockatoo, her name's Angel, and then the Moroccan one is Mango, because, well, he's orange like a mango. And there's some of the cutest birds I've ever met. Speaking of oranges, electric blanket on his table. It looks warm. That's a great idea. We should do that at the office. We can sit down with our clients, snug and warm, and drink some hot cocoa. And what about talk about what murders? You're a party pooper, Nick. Look, a little safe. It's locked. Wow, he has a television in here too. Wow, there's lots of various fish in Ford Lake, aren't there? Something funny, Nick? All these fish are saltwater fish. Looks like a kitchen unit. It's pretty clean. Funny, he doesn't look like the type who keeps things tidy that way. You're forgetting, Nick. He's running a pasta shop here. Polly. My memory's gotten worse of late. That's why I just tell everything important to Polly, old Polly here. Everything important. I wonder. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228. Walk. Hey, Polly, watch it, will you? All it takes is a little clever thinking and a criminal mind. Quick, Nick, write that number down. Hey, don't get me involved in your little heist schemes. So, 1128, right? Little safe. It's locked. Wait, is that? Do we not know the code? 1128. Polly, what's your name? Polly, Squawk, cute. Oh no. Is there anything I can give to this dude? Now listen here, Keith. Remember that tricolor pasta we were talking about? Our rainoboli? I figured out the last color we should use. Indigo blue. Indigo blue. That didn't seem to work the way I thought it might. Now listen here, Keith. Remember that tricolor poster we if I just present random things. Now listen here, Keith. Remember that? Okay. Why if I give him just pull out the firearm? Okay, never mind. Go to next, but I'll see if I can talk to Lotta real quick. Nope, I have crushed her hopes and dreams. Can I talk to Edgeworth? No. Number 26, the Police Department Criminal Affairs. Detective Gumshoe is in here. Now that you mentioned it, didn't you say you had a meeting to go to? Ah, that's right. Let's come back later. Actually, go to Wright offices. Is Grossberg back? Nope. Maybe I'm missing something with the old fart. happens if I... Wait, what happens if I present my attorney's badge? That's a lawyer's badge. How do you know that? Yes, it is. I don't believe it. This old guy is the first person to recognize my badge. That's suspicious. How does he know a lawyer badge? How does he know what a lawyer badge is? I get it. Huh? Yep. I got you figured out now. You're not Keith. Nick. Now let's just clear things up. Sir. No, I'm not Keith. And I'm not Meg either. We're here investigating a murder that took place on the lake the other night. Please help us. Huh. A lawyer, huh? Please, mister. Alright, I'll help. But on one condition. What's that? When this case is over and done, you'll run the wet noodle. Promise to run the wet noodle. I promise to run the wet noodle. Okay, we promise. Nick, are you sure about this? Hey, anything to get this case solved. Also, who wouldn't want to eat Phoenix's noodles? I guess so. That's my boy. Good for you, Keith. Wait, didn't you just say... You too, Meg. Yes. You bring it to your hands on, you know? No. Well, you wouldn't know. Speak up, Polly. Hello. Squawk. Now he's talking to the bird again. How did we get him to talk to us? Once I present the badge again, you won't be needing that badge to run a pasta shop. Toss it. I think I'll move on to it if you don't mind. You know about Gordy? Nope. He fell asleep. Yep, I've seen this. You know something about this, sir? Keith? Yes? It's okay, you can call me Dad. Dad, you know something about this? Yeah? The other night, out on the lake. Yes? I know all about that. I seen it. What? Tell us what you saw. Well, I suppose... Since you're taking over the shop and all, did that open up the what you saw? I forgot the time, but it was pretty dark outside. Probably night. Yep. It was after midnight, but okay. Then I heard a bang. Then I heard this bang, so I looked outside. Then I heard another bang. A little while later, this boat comes back. A young man walked by here, by my window here. He was muttering something to himself. Yep. What did he say? Yep. I forgot. I'll remember tomorrow by court time, promise. We need to know earlier than that. You know what? Little Terry was just here. Terry? Yep, that kid next door. You always used to make him cry, remember? He was wearing that tattered old coat, got himself some whiskers growing out of his face. Is he talking about Larry? He must be talking about Detective Gumshoe. Oh. He comes up and tells me to come down to court tomorrow. Really? Somehow I don't think we're going to get much useful information out of this guy. Maya, maybe we should be leaving. I think you're right. Oh, wait, I have one more question. Huh? Polly, have you forgotten something? Squawk? Don't forget, DL6. Squawk. What? DL6? I love how the music cut out, too. Huh? What did you just say, Nick? One more time, Polly. Don't forget, DL6. Squawk. What? DL6 incident? How the hell does this bird relate to the DL6? Hey, mister. I mean, Dad. This is getting weird. Who is this old guy? Why would the bird Polly know about DL6? That makes sense. That this guy has to be connected to the DL6 incident. That's the only way he would recognize the attorney's badge. We have to figure out who that old man is. Oh, what? He locked the door from the other side. Who could that old man be? I think we need to do a little more research on the DL6 incident. Maybe we should ask Detective Dick Gumshoe. Hey pal, long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong this time? Actually, we wanted to ask you something, yeah? DL6? The boat daycare taker. Do you know the boat rental shop down on Court Lake? Oh yeah, the old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right? Huh, how did you... That was supposed to be top secret. Do you know who that old man is, detective? Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. I decided first that he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's what we called manslaughter of heart yesterday. And as for who he is, we have absolutely no idea. Sounds suspicious. Won't he have to name himself at the, won't he have to state his name and occupation? DL6, Detective Gumshoe, please help us. Huh? We need to know about the DL6 incident. That's when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think that it has something to do with this current case. To tell the truth, I don't know much about DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file, so I'm afraid I can't show them to you either, pal. What? However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I can consider opening the file up. The bird. The bird! What's that? Parrot? The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. Parrot knew about the incident. That incident. DL6. What? Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget, DL6. Squawk! Huh? Talking that word. Yeah, but how would that old man know about something about the DL6 incident? Wait, what if that old man was connected to DL6? Nick, you think he might be... I get ya. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. Through there is the station's records room. I'll give you special permission to go in and find what you need. Alright, way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick, to the records room. Guess it's time we faced Edgeworth's past. That's a scary thing to think of. December 26th, Police Department Records Room. Wow, it's amazing. Really dusty. 10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess. Let's find DL6 stuff quick. 15 years ago, both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We were almost through with 4th grade when he suddenly transferred because of DL6. Nick, I found out where the file is. Oh, thanks. Just let me know what you want to know about DL6. I'll go get the right file. Okay, summary. Well, first I have to get the handle the main facts like summary. Right. Summary. Found it. Here we go. December 28th, 2001. That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. So in 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator of the district courtroom. What? Same district courthouse where we're holding the trial. How the hell do you commit murder in a district courtroom and not get caught? I know it's 2001, but aren't there some type of security measures like cameras or something? Looks like it. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Oh. Part of the court building collapsed and all the lights went out. Wow. That's some earthquake. At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours. That would be scary like that in the dark. Is that Gregory Edgeworth? There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator and the survivors were unconscious. The survivors? One of the three in the elevator had been shot in the heart. That man was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it? He said that his father was shot before his very eyes. So Miles Edgeworth was the one of the passengers in the elevator. So him and his father were in an elevator. Who was the third guy? Victim data. Do you have the data on the victim? Edgeworth's father. Yeah, hold on. Victim. Here, found it. Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. He had lost that day's case before it got in the elevator with his son Miles. Miles Edgeworth, of course. So he was in the elevator with his father. From the angle, the bullet, and other evidence, it could not have been a suicide. The murder weapon, the pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh? It sounds just like what's going on in this current case. What's going on here? Nah, this is suspicious. Suspect data. Got any data on the suspect in there? That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on. This is it. The man arrested as a suspect in DL6 was Yanni Yogi. He was a clerk in the court, apparently. Oh, so that must be the third person in the elevator. So on the far left with the glasses, you got Gregory Edgeworth. In the middle, you got Yogi Bear. Far right, the little lad himself, just at 9 years old, Miles Edgeworth. Well, then he had to have done it, but he was found innocent, thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond, the victim in our case. Right. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived, so much so he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared. Where could Yogi have gone to? He may be closer than we think. Okay, 2 things. First of all, I'm getting hell of goosebumps. And second of all, what if Yogi is the old man? It's a possibility. Because this was 15 years ago, and this dude's an older gentleman, and the fact that Phoenix says he may be closer than we think, I mean, that's kind of alluding. And that would explain the DL6, the bird saying DL6, as well as him recognizing my lawyer's badge. I guess I know generally what happened in DL6 now. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. His fucking father died! What do you mean? Are we gonna take the whole file? There's too much. We'll never get it out. You're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? I wonder how this affected Edgeworth. Oh, it's not like his father got murdered. Right. That's probably all we'll be able to find here. Now, all that's left is the trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. To be continued. Alright, let's continue. December 27th, 10 a.m., District Courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready. You need to say anything. Who is this judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well, no opening statements. Stop being a bitch! Not so fast, Judge. Bro, what? That was the most unnecessary objection I've ever heard in my life. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. Precedence. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Why are you so certain on 3 minutes? Hang on. My guy thinks he's Albert Wesker, except saying instead of 7 minutes, it's 3 minutes. Alright. We'll see. Order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of this? That was... Bro, why is he objecting? Must you question everything? I'm questioning why you got something. We haven't even started. He's already objected twice. It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness. My decisive witness in the stand. Decisive is a bit of an overstatement. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. Witness, state your profession. Why didn't he say name? I'm Papatia of the restaurant The Wet Noodle at Fort Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. I still haven't heard who this guy is. I'm raising an objection. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Don't object my objection, because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Blah. Personally, this travel ended 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Trivial? Bro, come on now. Yeah, right. Bro, the witness will state his name. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you for not being a little bitch. Well, not really sure. Yep. What? What? What do you mean? Well, memory, Your Honor. The witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years, including his own name. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Bullshit! If you can't tell me your first and last name, then you are not getting to testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony, shall we, witness? These cases just get weird. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. I was in the restaurant where rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yep. Oh, crap, I just realized, do I have one, like, penalty thing? Did my thing get refilled? When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating in the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and went toward the window. Very well. Let me begin the cross-examination. Bro! There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Like I said before, bullshit, he doesn't even know his own name. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3... Motherfucker is counting down every damn second. Judge, your verdict, now! Yeah, what do you mean? Phoenix, if you don't object to this, Mr. Wright. Yeah, let me don't cross-examine. No, fuck you, cross-examine. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, let me begin. Bro, excuse me, Mr. Von Karma. 3 minutes just passed. Bro took that personally. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. Man really thinks he's Wesker. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep. Hold it. Oh, I did get my lives back. Nice. Just after midnight, you say? Yep, just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure, yep. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. Objection. Saw that coming. I asked him, and he remembered. Isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly. I did. Yep. You see. Continue. Bro. You can't be playing right now. I was in the restaurant where rent as usual. Is there anyone who can verify that? If this dude says Paulie, I'm gonna punch him. Well, I guess Paulie could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Paulie is a parrot. Parrot? Don't be hard on the girl. Don't object me. The prosecution consents that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Then I heard a bang, yep. Where did this bang seem to come from? lake, I figured. Are you certain? Yep. Good. Continue. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out. Pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly, but I figured there was 2 men out there. Yep. But you couldn't see them clearly. Why just 2 men? Yep. Time that is. Time. What? Then I heard another bang. So you heard 2 gunshots too. Yep. That's what Lana said in her testimony yesterday. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and the man was by my window. By your window? Yep, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather pointed, so please add it to your testimony. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I have a bad feeling about this. That man was a defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad! I'm certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by too. Witness, are you sure that person you saw was Ronald Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy. Did you just have a stroke? This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. Are you kidding me, Judge? On karma. He lured me into cross-examination so he could set me up for a fall. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the court was glaring at us. Better act quick or this trial is going to be over. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth fired that gun. Don't object my objection, Mr. Wright. Are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun, and the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. This is a trap. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. Are you ignoring the truth of the matter here? Everything in this witness testimony is true, but what you just said isn't supported. You have no proof to support your claim. The judge has lost his thought. What should I do? Raise an objection. Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. If we were to tell her a lie, Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently you haven't yet realized this basic fact. You say that his testimony is a lie. Show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? Shit, I don't know. It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you. Tisk, tisk, tisk. 3 minutes was perhaps too high of an expectation. Perhaps, however, 15 minutes isn't bad. That must be a new record. Enough! The witness may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to prolong the trial. Nope, nor is there... Nope. This case is extremely clear, and I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? What? No! I gotta raise an objection. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Give me the objection. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at the higher court within a month from today's trial. That is all. This court is adjourned. What? Wait! Who was that just now? Me! Huh? What? Larry! What are you doing here? Listen. You gotta listen to me. I was there in the park, the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it just yesterday. But today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. It's murder! What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been declared. I call for adjournment. He didn't hang his... actually, did he sling or grab him? Gravel. Shit. Can't speak. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you said you heard a gunshot? Yes, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something. He said something. He said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here like you call ATM murder. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Order. Now this is the first time something like this has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. Right. Only if it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth is just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there's another witness that's already ready to hear him speak, right here, right now. Waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. But what is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. It's getting heated. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now! What? The court will adjourn for 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. Man, if something's wrong, it must have been the butts. December 27th, 10:28 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on your edge. Let me see it like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night. Yes. He said he went looking for the Steel Samurai who flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found them in the air tank that night. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? Say something, right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When he fell into the lake after 3 days, I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol laying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. I see. Right. Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witness, perfectly completed evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. Yes, he has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. And what are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. In a 10-minute trial this time, we'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15. Everything's on Larry now. December 27th, 10:35 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything you saw. On the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're her last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being your big break. Witness testimony, the night of the murder. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back into the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard a bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard a single gunshot, I went home. That explains the third shot. That was unusually vague testimony even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Objection? Okay. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. Cross-examination. That night I was out in the lake. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There were so many things wrong I don't even know where to begin. Ah, okay, well first of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out in the boat. By that time everyone had gone home for the night, so I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour? I was looking for something. I found it. Looking for something. Yeah, Mr. Butts. It wasn't true. Oh, Otis was searching for it. It was irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this 40. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. This is irrelevant. Let's get it over with. So I quietly slipped the boat back into the boat and shot dock. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figured I was out searching for at least an hour, so I guess it was around 12. Okay. So you're not sure. Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? You watch it these days, Larry. Then, just as I was thinking about this bank, where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Order! Well, Mr. Butts. Whoa. Everybody calm down, okay? I mean, it was really foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Oh, okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case. So after I heard that sound, so you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Well, Nick, it was pretty wishy-washy testing. I guess I should start working on the contradictions, excuse me. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Your Honor, crap. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see anything. So I heard that single gunshot and I went home. So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Oh wait, was I supposed to put the testimony on the last part? Okay, I think I present it here. I heard two sounds like gunshots. Got it. I did it premature, my bad. Wait a second, Larry. What? You only heard one bang? Are you sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard two bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard two gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention to all that they said? Yo, Nick, please. You know something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butts, what? One gunshot. Are you sure? Well, tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Not sure? How could you not be sure? Well, yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. What? Oh, God. Order, and stop that booing. Mr. Butts, You are listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? That's a crime? I listen to my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion. Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? Continue. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony. Be sure to include the details of your radio. Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. Witness testimony. What Larry heard. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to all request shows on the radio, see? I was listening to it real loud. Like, I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. You were listening to the radio at high volume? Yeah, that's the big problem. Can a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers what exactly the DJ said. The gunshots. Excuse me? DJ? An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. That's actually a good point. I mean, no one listens to the frickin' radio anymore. But anyway, I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Examination. What Larry heard. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. So you turned on the radio? Great! I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? You don't know what it is to be alone, out there alone on Christmas Eve alone. I shouldn't have said anything. That's why I was listening to all the radio, see? Do you know by any chance what the name of the listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to that night? I was listening to real booming loud. Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on. Yep. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it, but I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? I remember exactly what the DJ was saying, too. What did she say? Did he ever once say the DJ was wrong? Mr. Wright, please cease these questions. What possible good could come from knowing what a radio DJ said to us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. And why? Well, how do you know if we don't? Well, how do you know if we don't ask him? Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court what the radio announcer was saying. The gunshot. This is what she said. Hey, it's almost Christmas, I hear. The gunshot. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. That's right, I'm not sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous history I've ever heard. There's one clearly grave, but I got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. Wait, I want to look at that last piece. She said, hey, it's almost Christmas. Wait a minute. gunshot he heard was the second lake photo. Shows an empty lake taken automatically at 12:24:11:50. Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard a gunshot. All right. If this isn't the evidence, I don't know what is. Actually, it might be this, but even then, that wouldn't work. It's 12:15. But anyway, 3, 2, 1. Objection! Shit! She said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas." I heard the gunshots. Gunshots. You don't see anything. You don't see anything. Alrighty.
Objection!
Got it. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easily. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshots. Indeed, and almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshots, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But he also should have heard the gunshot after midnight. The photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what time was on the photo tape. 12:25:15. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. This is the clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order! What does this mean? 2 prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is completely mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim he heard a gunshot before midnight? He's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. I heard the gunshot he heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. Eat my ass! Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh, but there's nothing on the lake in the picture, Your Honor. The real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean, Your Honor? This photograph was taken by an automatic camera. The camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Ah! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why the photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then, where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified she heard the gunshot after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. Why would this mean? Give me that objection. Don't be fooled, Judge. The camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes. There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed and triggered the camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. You prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot, please show the court evidence if you have any. The murder weapon, fired 3 times. Fingerprints from Edward's right hand, mother sucker. Take that! Take that! This is my evidence. Murder weapon. Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. It was also bothering me. Both the witnesses who testified yesterday heard gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That third shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order! Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Uh-oh, I better think something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. Oh! What's wrong, Nick? I have it! I have it! I don't have it. I have no idea what you're referring to. Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murder weapon in that case had the same idea as the murderer in this case. What do you mean? Maya. Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edward's guilty verdict. I got a hunch that I'm going to run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already got a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick? Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. The testified just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? Tisk, tisk, tisk. So, you're finally realizing the truth. There can be no other murderer than Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Juan Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on the lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on the boat. I admit, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 50 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 00:15, but Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain the 2 men on the boat. The murderer and Hammond. The murderer and Hammond. It was the murderer and Robert Hammond. What are you saying? Contradictions. What is this report? You said that Robert Hammond had been killed 25 minutes before the gunshot. Yeah, oh shit. Fuck. Damn. Alright, Your Honor. Crash and burn. Mr. Wright, your client has already been declared guilty once. I'm going to have to penalize you. No, please! Damn it! It would have to be Edgeworth and the murderer. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. Whoa, what? Are you serious? Yes. Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything was the murderer until Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous! Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name, right, it's... No. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. It has to be the old man. I'm thinking it's the old man. Don't know? Blah! Again, you waste my time. I don't know, because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop. That old man. At 11:50, he knew he was going to kill Robert Hammond, the caretaker of the boat shop. Where did he do this? There weren't any boats in the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake to shoot someone? May I suggest the real scene of the crime was not on the boat? What? Well then, where did the murder take place? Oh, God. Show the judge where the murder really took place. I don't know. Take that! Here. Around here, maybe? Maybe, Mr. Wright. And does this maybe include the reason why the killer would choose that spot? Yes, well, maybe because there is no good reason the murderer thought we'd never expect it. Maybe you should try again. He wasn't surprised I goofed up. Oh, shit. I don't know. Was it in the boat shop? No. Take that! Shit, right here? Around here, maybe? Boat shop? Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. Oh, that's him looking for the thing. That night, he was out on the lake in the boat searching for something. He finds it and returns to the boat. And just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that have to be if he just returned to boat? Boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Shit, not really, but I gotta go. But I think if I start at the very beginning and take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got into the boat with Edward and went into the lake. Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edward on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't hit anyone? Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer fired twice. To create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot will look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first shot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and fires the second. The fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop, then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on his body and threw his body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired the night on the Gourd Lake. Bailiff! Bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker quickly. Watch him be on the run. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. It's so weird seeing him there. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said. Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it is. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I asked him to remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is the bow shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. I'm not gonna lie. I figured he was gonna be able to escape because he's an unsuspecting old man, and the fact that I don't know, it was such a red flag when he didn't tell us his identity. December 27th, 1:22 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Yay, Nick, you did it! Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I shifted through his unique testimony, still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You can try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry. But I fear it's not over for me yet. I can't imagine Edgeworth smile. Actually, no, he did smile when he was prosecuting. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No. There's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. What is it? What is it about Edgeworth? It's voice cry. A memory of a crime. Crime you committed? A memory of a murder. To be continued. Alright, we ain't gonna end it here. We are so close. We are almost at the end of the race, and I'm going to give Von Karma the biggest, fattest middle finger. December 27th, 2:11 p.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of a murder. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memories have been troubling him recently. But he never takes someone's life. Never. Nick. Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I've been swooping in the Miles, Maya, swooning me? Oh, yes, I do remember me. Right on. Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Come on, Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did it. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. Ha 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 ha. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. No, wait a Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting. I thought that said shitting. Guy sitting in the audience, you know. Well, from where I was sitting, Edgy's pretty edgy. I mean, you can really know when he's telling the truth about that night. Nick, I don't know. But what I do know is, I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two, Edgeworth, and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? You? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me. But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? Everyone's with silent treatment. Or enough with silent. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. When we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. What? He wanted to follow in his father's footsteps? That's so sweet. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes, in grade school. They saved me, Miles, and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know. What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear this story today, and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial. A class trial? The class trial. Bro, even the music cut out. You remember, Larry? Spring. End of 3rd grade. A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school is really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Huh? I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you forgot though. You weren't out of school that day. You were out of school that day. Anyway, that envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in the class. So they thought you did it? Yeah, the kids in class said I should go to trial. Trial? So the next day we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. I didn't do it. Guilty! He did it! Guilty thief! Give him the money back! You're such a meanie! No one will play with you! Just admit it, you did it! You can't hide from the truth! You tell us the truth! We're not gonna play with you anymore! Yeah, no more borrowing! You really should be allowed really or the library! Give me back my 50 cents I lent you! Hey, didn't you rob that something earlier? Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. Oh my god. That's... Even back then, you were still rocking the spiky hair. Oh, that's... I don't know what happened, what was happening. I was so sad, I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money was stolen, whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. Objection! He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in this trial is evidence. Don't tell me. Don't tell me that's little baby Edgeworth. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. But Miles? Look at my boy rocking the tux. It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? Wait, it wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you should apologize. Everyone has been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? Look at little butts. This is always how it is. Everyone ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were best of friends. I'm not gonna lie. That got on my, that pulled the heartstrings just a tiny bit. That was so sad to see, and to see how that shaped and molded Phoenix to where he believes every one of his clients is innocent. He had his Better Call Saul moment there. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I had been there, they would have thought I had done it. So I took it kind of personally. See, something smells. It's usually the butts. After the trial. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after the class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my father. A famous defense attorney. And then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicious of Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him. I don't know how many times. He never replied. Guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had became who he became. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean that's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he would have had to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court, Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one else is on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So, is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Aw, Nick. Nick, we have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right, it very well may be. First, there's the rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Wow, that was one of the hard times. Let's see, have they found the dude yet? Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe? He won't be coming back today. Oh, really? He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The boat shop caretaker. He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. December 27th, Detention Center Visitor's Room. You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade? Hang on, I gotta take my dog out real quick. Sorry, poor timing, I know. Sorry about that. Had to take my dog out. I keep my door open most of the time, so my dog comes in, she'll start like headbutting my leg, and that's usually when I know I gotta take her out. Anyway, your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple to a fault even. Well, maybe yeah, but I think you've changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny the reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yep. The man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter. Any way you look at it, yet he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, 3 of us were trapped in the elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered lack of oxygen. I lost all memory of the murder. Lost short memory. Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not sound of mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to the lack of evidence innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. Prosecutor Von Karma. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher, a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he is obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he's taken on, none were left unsolved, and not one suspect was declared innocent, ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of those suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job to find the suspect guilty. Perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth, if you're saying what is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence. Yeah, he's right. Now it's not the time to praise the enemy, Edgeworth. situation in which I find myself. I'll admit. No kidding. Is Grossberg back? He's out again. When does he work anyway? Now, don't be harsh. Guess we'll have to come back later. Hey, pal. Long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, huh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we all know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in custody by trial tomorrow. Trial time tomorrow. Come what it may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one more thing. Yeah. No one can go into the woods today. Woods? I thought it was camping. Woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. I guess Lotta is in a lot of trouble. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Oh, the thing's gone. The Steel Samurai. And the... Yeah. Huh? The Steel Samurai and the Steel Eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. Guess Larry's too busy worrying about Edgeworth to show up for work. December 27th, boat rental shop. That old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. Ahem! I know that clearing of the throat anywhere. No way is it gross. Haha. Hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, hmm? Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon you see. Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. Oh, that is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Mr. Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, what do you mean by that? I'm not sure. Oh? If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Well, he was connected to DL6 too. So maybe he was doing some digging, explaining on his own. Because we found out about... Yeah, it looks like it. He didn't seem like a bad person. I mean, I would assume... He left his bird? Oh, that pisses me off. He abandoned his bird. But, like, Grossberg's also, is also connected to DL6, too. Nobody's home. Hello, hello. Squawk! Hey, it's Polly. Wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello, hello. Squawk! Can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Exactly. Hello, hello. Squawk! I want to examine the thing. That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows numbers of the safe. It was like 1228, right? That's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228. Oh, it was right. Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Aw. But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in here. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in here. Guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Aw, boring. There's no paper signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here, in perfect detail. Oh, wait until Von Karma gets a piece of this. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like those are instructions from the caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. Who could have written that letter? What does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But the one thing is for certain, this letter is an amazing clue. This alone can get Edgeworth declared innocent. Maybe I should take care of Polly. You probably should just kidnap her. At least know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's gonna hate me. Wait, can I do anything else with the bird? Nope. What to do now, I wonder. Oh, wait, what? Let me give him the letter. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge? On me? Oh, he doesn't seem too happy. Who is that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, Wright, but I don't remember that old man. Not at all. So, he was following this letter, then. Which means there's someone else behind it. Now it's time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond. It also says this is your last chance. Last chance? Wait. Maybe. Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait. That old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Yogi? The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who found innocent. I told you. I called it. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. He just happened to be in the elevator together 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long it felt like forever. The air thin and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help! Help! Get us out! Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent. Huh? But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether I should tell you or not. You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. The memory of a crime I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. That sounds like a DLC for Dead by Daylight. Maybe. I think the time has come to tell all. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout. We'll just use up more oxygen. I can't breathe! You're using up my air! What? Stop breathing my air! I'll stop you! Ugh! What? What are you? Stop breathing my air! No! Father! He's attacking Father! Then I see the pistol laying at my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I picked up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father! Bang! Ugh! And with that scream, I awake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that's rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it, blah blah blah. Excuse me. If you think about it that way, the letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yoki was really innocent. That's why he won revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean it was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do, like it or not. If there is something else, who knows a lot about DL6, maybe. There is, Nick. There's someone else who knows about DL6. Who? Von Karma? That's the only person I could think. Who's maybe, I don't even think Dick Gumshoe would know about that. Who else would know? One day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. What do you think we should do now? You know best, Nick. Just do what we do. That should work. Well, any good ideas? This is all tied to DL6 incident. We better find out as much as we can about that murder before tomorrow. Something that happened back then has had a hold on Edgeworth and let go. Oh, we can talk to Mr. Roseberg about it. That's right. I forgot about this dude. Hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding. I can't believe you're not. My. Just calm down and tell me what happened. It's Mr. Edgeworth. He's... I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father. It's only a dream. Only a dream. I wonder... What? Also consider this. Yoki quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he want to frame him for murder. This lends me to surmise that Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real. As you imagined, Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired. The deed was done. No, I don't believe it. Suspect of murder, and his career as a bailiff was inevitably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. What did you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without a peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now, that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey. Sister? Gregory Edgeworth was a very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. As no surprise, Von Karma is an extreme man, forged testimonies and evidence for nothing to him. The results, he has a perfect win record in court. To meet him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And he lost. He died in despair, as it were. You see. Gregory Edgeworth was killed. The police called it honesty, so medium. That was your mother, Misty Fay. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The only one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yet Yogi was found innocent. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seemed the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. Why was Pepper sending him the letter? Oh no! So this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. Why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. Huh? For his own sake? He never trusted his clients. That one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his clients found innocent, so why should he matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but society, he was ruined. Huh? You'll understand soon. Soon enough. Wait. What is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this letter? I'm thinking Von Karma. Could it be Manfred Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma. Wait! You're right, my boy. I am. This is Von Karma's handwriting. I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time in court records. What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was... Correct. Manfred Von Karma himself. What does this mean then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? Prosecutor Von Karma, if it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court. I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. But how could Von Karma know about Edgeworth's past like this? Even Von Karma thought it was, or even Edgeworth thought it was a nightmare. That I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by burning his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscared. Gregory versus Manfred. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Edgeworth's accusations stood. Faulty evidence. It was the only penalty Von Karma ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Dude got one penalty, and that was it? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Why is that in red? Why is it he took a vacation for several... Why is vacation in red? Vacation. Yes, an unusual event for a man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years as a prosecutor. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe! You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd. He wanted to keep a perfect record so badly. Why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Von Karma is going to bring up Deal 6. You bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to Deal 6? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know. I know that, but But even then, it's called manslaughter, so chill out. I just have to believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I can go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grosenberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials. So am I going to go to the records room? There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be looking for the old guy Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again. Well, now I can't have anyone just wandering in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma's in there now anyway. What? You can go in as long as he's in there. Von Karma? Yes, he just arrived actually. Karma's in the records room. Nick, let's hurry. Yeah, shit, you ain't kidding. December 27th, Police Department, Records Room. Custody as always. We were only just here yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I just noticed that he isn't here. Von Karma. Why is that file open? Huh? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. Label says unsolved cases evidence. Unsolved cases? Like DL6? Nick! The file for DL6, it's completely empty. What? What are you doing in here? That's a scary one. Von Karma, you. How did you know my name? Huh? Have we met? What are you saying? We see each other. We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. I beg your pardon. You see, I rather defense attorneys. They're like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. I'm gonna talk to him? Oh, hell no. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right? Romancist who still shear that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. So you did. You did, but what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow's trial. Tomorrow will be the last day of the trial. It's been a while since I've had defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know that Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. Right. So Von Karma's gonna bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. Should I give him this letter? Oh, I feel like if I give him that letter, he's gonna, like, murder me. Screw you, only live once. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. He's not denying it. So you admit it. You wrote Mr. Yogi the letter. Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it. Shit! You saved me a lot of needless hassle. What? Nick? What is that? What is that thing? A stun gun for self-defense. Bro, look at that twitch in his eye. Indeed. 6,000 volts would course through your body like a dog touching an electrical fence. 600,000? Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it, usually. No give me the letter. No. No! What are you... Nick, run! Maya! Out of my way. He got us. Bro, how the hell does he get away with this at a police department? And he took the DL6 evidence, all of it, back to having no clues. Wait, Maya jumped first. Maya! Is she okay? Maya! Maya, open your eyes. Maya! The letter. Did you take it? Huh? Oh yeah. Are you okay? I couldn't stop it. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now when we need her the most. I wish I had woke up at all. Damn. Maya! There has to be some way I can help her. Something better subconscious first. Maya. She's holding something. What is this? A bullet? DL6 evidence, incident evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. How is there no blood on it? I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. Still bears the clear ballistic markings. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. Dog, I can't leave it. I know this is probably... Actually, no. We've actually been making good progress considering how packed this is. Like, action-packed this is. But I should have made a copy of that paper first before using it. December 28th, 9:51 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. This is it. Judgment Day. Today things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today is the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Well, as always, I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. He's going to. Whoa! What are you doing? Sorry. Just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside discharge. Right, good idea. You're going to electrocute way out. Whoa, pal! Oh, Dick Gumshoe! Big Dick Gumshoe! Let's 5 minutes back, Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Morning. How'd it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. All night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock, I just got on the way in. I feel pretty good. Yogi said he forgot his own name. But he hasn't. But that has to be a lie. Why do you want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember it, and I'm gonna prove it. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of the proceedings of this trial. I ask the prosecution to submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I'd like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he's currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? Witness says he was not running away, he was just, as he will now testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. why I left court. I'm really sorry about leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly. See, I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I ain't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi. I'm going to prove it. I'm really sorry about leaving yesterday. I call what you did running away, not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and led to danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do fun from it and Yogi. But I wasn't running away. Why did you leave? He's just about to say why. It is hard. It is so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone's talking. If you sat quietly, Edgar would have been guilty in 3 minutes. Hold it! I went to buy some food for Polly. Food? Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmet, you see. She only eats these high-quality pellets from France. They only have them in big pet shops downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker shack? Oh, well, I kinda got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. Police apprehended him. He was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right, nice try, Karma. I was gonna believe that. I see. So he was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. I figured I got nothing to anyhow. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yeah, seems like it. How could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory. You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. It's impossible. I'm glad you came to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness, please continue. I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. How could you say that you had no motive? I say you do. You got a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took your revenge on Wright. Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over until the trial ends. Might I say something right? Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing over and over. You've been calling the witness memory for the past or lack thereof into question, but does this really have anything to do with the current case? Yes, Your Honor. Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Order! Mr. Wright, there's a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who the witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Oh, now this is interesting. I'd like to know myself, so who is he? Don't play dumb fun, Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell the witness his name. Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident. It figures the judge would have heard it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a motive. Tis. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, the witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. We need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, I've got nowhere else to go. Nick? How are you going to prove it? How are you going to prove that he's Yami Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints, and then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yami Yogi 15 years ago. I see. That makes sense. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Huh? I'm so very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? What? No fingerprints? What, did he burn them off? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working this stuff. Yep. What? Yo, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. No. DNA test. Case has been decided. No. I know what happened. I know everything. No, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to witnesses. No one. Nick, what are we gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief. Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to. Ain't no way I'm about to cross-examine a parrot. Your Honor, the defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up on my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness pet. Bro, you can't be serious. Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Do I even need to ask? This is farce. I object. Objection! Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and if it comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Yes, I'm doing it. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Karma's infringing every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name. The witness is ignoring me. It must be hard to be ignored by a parrot. Ahem. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Perhaps testify for us. Witness testimony. Who is your owner? Hello. Squawk. Certainly the most consent testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you gonna do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Cross-examine. What the? Hold it! Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to me. We're right. What do I say? What? Have we forgotten till man brings up deal 6? What's your name? Maybe I should get her to say your name. Polly, what's your name? Polly Squawk? Right. It's Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? Of course it does. Yes, it does. Ha! Fascinating. Claim that this parrot's name will prove her owner's identity. Show us his proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking this bluff a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're to prove that he is Yami Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... Oh, shit. I don't know. Prove that the parrot reveals the caretaker's identity. I actually don't think I've read this yet. Date 12/28/2001. Elevator District Courthouse. Air and elevator was Oxford. Completed. At the time of the incident, no clues were found on the scene. Victim data Gregory Edgewood, 35. Defense attorney trapped in the elevator returning from a lost trial with his son Miles Edgewood, 9. One bullet was found in the heart. The murderer's weapon was fired twice. Yamayoki, age 36. Court bailiff trapped in the elevator. Edgewood with the Edgeworth's memory loss due to oxygen deprivation. After his arrest, fiance Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Well, good thing I read that. Take that! It's quite a large file you have there. Which page did you find? Show us. We're not wasting our time. Very well. That's right. Please show us the page. Where in the file is this connected to the parent's name? Suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yamayoki. After he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide. See? Indeed, it does say that. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly. Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that's a picture that is possible. Blah. A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog, and she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does that make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. Oh, shit. Wait, first of all, who did you get with to get kids, let alone grandkids? Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other cooperating evidence. Where am I going to find that? Nick, getting closer. One more, if we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right. What? Very well, the witness, you may continue. Hold it! Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me. I cannot believe that you were speaking to her. Well, I guess we should try get some info out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Hold it! Witness, you can't just say hello, expect this. That's why I talked to her. Right. Have you forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago. Polly, have we forgotten something? Don't forget DL6. Oh, perfect character grants DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello. Fuck! That's not what you're supposed to say. Forget it. We forgot. Hello. Fuck! Uh-oh. It's not working, Nick. She won't say it. It's ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Tisk. Something the matter, Mr. Wright. Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected... Ain't no way he prepped a frickin' parrot. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we forgotten anything? Well, I guess we should try to get some info out of her. But how? Hold it! Wait a minute. What was the case file for that? TL6. Wait. The code to the safe was 1228, right? The dates. The 1 being for 2001, the 8 for the 28th, and then the 22 for the 20th, and for the 28th and the 12th. That's the only thing I can think of. What's the safe number? Maybe I'll get her to say the number of the safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get anything for the safe. Polly, what's the number of the safe in the shack? 1228. 1228. Come on, a reckless parent. Oh, Mr. Wright, you are claiming that this number has something to do with it. Actually, it does, Your Honor. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ha! Ridiculous. How can the numbers to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this to the number to the caretaker's true identity? So glad you asked, Fun Karma. Take that! Oh, crap, I pressed A. Take that! Take that! The DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright. Where in the file is there something related to the safe number? Case summary. It's on the case summary page. Case summary? Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident? December 28th? Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the numbers on the safe is 1228. Ah! He used the date of the DL6 incident as the numbers for the safe, Your Honor. That's how important the date was to him. I see. Certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set similar numbers to dates. Blah. This is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card number to 001 because I'm number 1. Well, I'm gonna steal your money now. This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. Sure, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. Well, what are you saying? Summon the caretaker to, of the boat shop. Immediately. Witness. Oh, tell us your name. Wait. This witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. Uh-oh. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yogi. 15 years ago today, I served as a bailiff for this very Order! Order! Johnny Yogi. So was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for the death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond. He said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who had ruined my life. I didn't care who sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. A chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. What, Karma? Where's Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then, the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent, in this case at least. Very well. Will the defendant please stand? Please take the stand. There are a few mysteries that are left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I'd like to pass judgment on the murder of Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Yeah, boy! Yeah, we have to give Von Karma, though, because he's a bitch. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Objection!
That was Edgeworth's objection. That was Edgeworth's objection. Edgeworth, what the hell are you doing? That wasn't Von Karma. That was Edgeworth. Edgeworth, what the hell are you doing? Your Honor, I object to your judgment. Bro, what? What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. I agree for video. Ready for what? Nick? Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the Gale 6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own father. Uh-oh, what do I do?
Objection!
Judgment's already been passed. I object. Don't object my objection to his objection. Did something like this happen yesterday too? I believe certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. Oh my god, we have a duty to hear. Oh, you bitch! You little bastard! For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident where your father died? From a distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6. The statute's limitation which run ends today. The culprit is me. Should you be Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs up today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. It's obvious. We hold a trial. Right here, right now. What? We try the man for his crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 15-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action. Court is adjourned. Bro, Edgeworth, what the hell are you doing? I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? They didn't want to believe it either, detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy! It's just crazy! Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case for what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe you're a nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here, in this court record. In any case tight, your bell, the real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. I'd like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed of his crime. Sorry, I forgot to do his voice. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let's let the defense do the cross-examination. Such limitations on DL6 runs up today. Though it's unconventional for me, I like to run this one by the books. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Karma, you knew this was going to happen. From the very beginning, didn't you? Excuse me. Very well. Miles Edgeworth takes the stand. Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth. 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday and noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. You mind telling me? That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please. DL6 incident. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Something heavy just fell at my feet. I picked up and threw it at Mr. Yogi, wanting him to stop fighting. Later, there was a single gunshot. A scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream? We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memory of the events. Blah. Same claim Mr. Yagi made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. What was the trial your father was involved in that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost and Mr. Varkarma was prosecuting his attorney. Mr. Varkarma, you were handling that case? It was 15 years ago? I don't remember the details. That was made to point out the problem of Varkarma's evidence. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in the elevator. Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed, no one came to help. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. What was it? I assumed it was the bailiff's Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell off his holster, and you picked it up. What happened next? I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous, but the air was getting so thick I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and a scream. The gun fired once, excuse me. Yes, I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that terrible scream. The scream. It was a terrible scream I still remember to this day. The fact that the scream was like the word scream in red tells me that it's going to come in handy to this day. Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I'll ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence, but I don't know what it means. Okay, let me look at the evidence. Wait a minute. That's it. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. DL6 bullet taken from Gregory Edwards' heart. If he got shot in the heart, he would have died immediately. Objection! Oh, maybe, nope, I'm wrong. Never mind, nope, it was a prank, I swear. Don't mind me. He could not have screamed if he was shot in the heart. That's objection! Bro, is it not the bullet? the screen.
Objection!
Oh, bro, it has to be the bullet. It has to be the bullet. Was fired twice. Wait, whoa. Wait, the murder weapon was fired twice. Hang on. A moment later, there was a single scream, a single gunshot in the scream. No, I got it.
Objection!
Gotcha. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and then scream. Everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. Plain witness's testimony. You enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was accidental firing as the weapon was thrown. So who fired the remaining shot? There was perhaps another shooter who fired the second shot. Your Honor, I'm sure you're aware this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There's no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. Wait, what? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we've heard. One of the shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had... Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with this case? Yes, I do. Hear me out. I'm gonna. I might be completely wrong. Which, if that's true, I'm not surprised. But if Edgeworth threw the pistol like he said, and it fired a bullet, the bullet would have gone either up or into the wall. But by the way if I'm going off, I'm trying to imagine in my head and explain it. But the way he threw the bullet, or through the gun, the bullet would not have been able to go through the window there. So the second shot had to come outside, is what I'm thinking. Your Honor, I think I'll be able to show you proof. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident?
Take that!
This is a photograph of the scene of the crime, 15 years ago. You can see that the victim is laying there. Gregory Edgeworth. This proves that the murder weapon was fired twice at the scene of at the time of the incident. The photo proves it. Wait. Oh, wait. Is it because there's only one bullet hole? Oh, wait. I just realized. Let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please. Please get a clue. Is it... Wait. Is it because there's only... Is it the bullet hole?
Take that!
As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from a pistol. Yet, there's also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired the second shot. Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went to Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, who else could that be? The brother of Edgeworth? I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. Case summary. It's on page 1. Pardon me. Look at what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. The pistol had indeed been fired twice. The other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. It does have a point. The second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet doesn't exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made the bullet. Order! I will have order! Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. The murder weapon was fired twice at the same time in the incident. However, Mr. Von Karma says the second bullet was fired was not found. It was highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So we have a single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. Yeah, how did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Are you raising an objection? Sorry, Maya. What? Looks like I was wrong. Nick? If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my contracts are for nothing. No. You said you'd do it, Nick. You'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. Just when I saw the photograph, I thought the shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person firing the killing shot, but now, what's wrong to think it could be that simple? This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Well, it seems that we finally cleared up this incident. Only one bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Mr. Edgeworth. Precisely. I'd like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention. Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepting the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth run out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right now. Right now! Indeed. Is any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There's so many things I know I should be saying. But my mind's gone blank. I can't find words. Mr. Wright. I have an idea. It may not make the most logic, but I have an idea. Your Honor, I object. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Nick, I don't know. This case is perfect. Oh no. Gah. It must exist. Second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. Someone took it. I was thinking someone must have stolen it. It seems waiting is not going to produce any answers, from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet, it exists. What? You just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? That's the murderer. The murderer? Then tell us, who just is this murderer? Still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? Huh? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, right? Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for the bullet? The murderer had to find it. Of course, there was a need to find it. That's why they took it. Well, what possible reason could they have? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene is the bullet would be proof. Maybe they thought the bullet would be proof. Proof? It was a special bullet, so they took it with them. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? Why would they only have taken one of the 2 shots fired? Oh, right. Why would the murderer have I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Blah, the murderer had no reason to take the bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. The murderer, what does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But the murderer had to take the bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright. What do you mean? Well, for instance, what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there, you know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yes, Your Honor. Or yes, I guess that's how it could work, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other 2 people rescued from the elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yogi, were both unharmed. The murderer came from outside, yes. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges, and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness, and the murderer opens the elevator doors and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved with this incident. There was no murderer. That's right. Hey, Nick. Just thought of something really crazy. Remember what that Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Yeah, something, the vacation thing. Must have been quite a shock for Ron Carmine. He took a vacation for several months after that. Unusual event for the man. That was his first and the last vacation he'd taken in the years of prosecutor. What if Von Karma didn't take the vacation because of shock? Oh, he wanted revenge, so he killed Gregory for getting his record tainted. Edgeworth, Miles threw the gun. The gun discharged, went off, shot him in the his leg, his arm, some like non-lethal body part, and opened the door, got his revenge, and left. But took it because he was injured, which would mean it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, yep, died in. Possibly the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? Say it now. Your Honor, There is a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? Vaughn. My hands are shaking. Vaughn what? Vaughn Karma! Vaughn Karma? You mean me, Vaughn Karma, the prosecutor, the one standing right over there? Wow. Don't object. I see no need why you honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection. Because you took a vacation for several months, starting the day after the incident, yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? You're claiming that I took a vacation due to my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where would I go to get where did I go under the knife? Bring the doctor, the operator, and have him testify. Nick, let's find out who this doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth. I know Vaughn Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That will leave the doctor as a witness. So what, Nick? Did Vaughn Karma pull the bullet out himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Clearly, you have not played Far Cry. Wait a minute, you're telling me he has the bullet lodged in him? Wait. What does that mean? That the bullet has to be somewhere, but where? Tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? I got an idea, ladies and gentlemen. Show evidence. Alright, Vaughn Karma, prove it. And I'll use evidence. I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Vaughn Karma was shot is...
Take that!
Vaughn Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then I asked, where's the bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Vaughn Karma performed the surgery himself. You don't mean... I do. There is a possibility that the bullet is still inside Vaughn Karma. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there is one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Vaughn Karma, I'm going to run this over you. Let's see what we find. Uh-oh! What's wrong, partner? What's wrong, friend? I refuse. But refusing, this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Order! Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitation runs out for this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough! I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Vaughn Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Come on, give me that beep. Ooh, someone's in trouble. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Vaughn Karma. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there's a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. But Mr. Vaughn Karma, can you prove that? I have no obligation to prove anything. It's Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course he can. You don't have any DL6 evidence. That's because you took it all out of the records yesterday. No, I still have the bullet. With no proof, you cannot convince me of any crime. Convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were so close. One day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. Well, what? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. DL6 bullet taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart still bears the clear ballistic markings. That's a bullet. Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. The fingerprints for a gun. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One bullet from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings match, we would know that both bullets have been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder, and we will compare it with the ballistic markings of those on this bullet, and solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait. I know. Help! I can't breathe. Quiet, I said, quiet. You're not making this any easier. Help! Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Get away. Get away from my father. Bang! That scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma! It was you who screams! Edgeworth! Only you dared defy me! So, it was you. You and your father are my curse! Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record, and you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death! 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I am so sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you didn't make this kind of error. I never thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth! It was a shock like none other I had ever known. Me, penalized. It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the courtroom records. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button. Nothing happened. Then there was a noise. And I was in pain. A horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just as the lights came back on, the elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol laid at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open the elevator door? Judge! What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. You are innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Yeah, give me that confetti one more time. That is all. This court is. Are you not gonna have the guy who just admitted to murder in an open court arrested? December 28th, 5:38 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Karma looked paler than usual. You pretended to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I gotta say, I'm impressed. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now, it's all just a good memory. So, it's finally over, Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try. Thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Sorry. I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. She's over there. Whoa! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. Tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month, but who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth? We should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop! I feel foolish. Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth visit. Hey, y'all. Lotta. Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth. Congratulations. Thank y'all very much. Oh, that was innocent. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in a cookie jar even though no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Well, yeah, let's bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? Aw, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that hot dog guy from Bug? It's over, Nick. My life is over. What's the sad? Let me guess. Did your girlfriend break up with you? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Casey. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick! She's leaving me behind! So now, bro, every time your girl goes to Paris, something bad happens. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, gift for me in celebration. That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you came along tonight too. My treat, pal. Huh? Oh, thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah, what's up? That envelope Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People get money to celebrate something sometimes. It's $38, right? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a lot. It's not little, but it's not a lot either. Does he not get it? Didn't Edgeworth get his money? Get $38 taken from him? 38 exactly? The Nick. Wasn't that the exact amount of lunch money that was stolen from Edgeworth in school? 38. No. No, Larry, it was you! What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? That doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day, 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history, Han. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's your butts. I know. Really, right? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, it sure is an unexpected turn of events, huh? Edgeworth. You should have told me. Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you always have been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get one of those easily too. Death! The death sentence for both of you. Man, if only I'd known that, I would have become... Man, if only I had known, I would have become a prosecutor. Same goes for me, only the other way around. Longest time, I thought I might kill them. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have became a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Wants to switch right? Hey y'all, line up. I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go. After all that, dinner on me. Captain Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Oh, that's unfortunate. December 29th, 5:02 a.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Why am I up at 5 in the morning? Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. Oh, Phoenix party too hard, he's hungover! My head hurts. Huh? Still only 5? Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you. It made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium in training force. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left you this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Wait, you're not... No, I lost your sister, now I lost you. Goodbye. What time is it? Ah! The first trains for the mountains have already left to the station. Phoenix, you gotta put your running shoes on. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Maya! So, leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium, you can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
Hold it!
Wait! Sorry about that. My audio got disconnected for a second. I was laughing because he said hold it in a public area. What? I could never have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard Mia's voice. Heard my sister? Yes. Only her voice, but still. It was the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped me and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless then. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Let me show her a picture of her mom. Let me stop. Yeah, we didn't. Take that! If she didn't freaking Tom Brady tackle Von Karma, we would have gotten a bullet. A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining, I don't know why I should train, pertaining to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you're the one who gave it to me. Nick? Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. Thanks, Nick. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was and become a prosecutor. Now a new story begins. The same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim. Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh. Got a bad feeling about that.
Objection!
Oh, is this the end? Hey, pal. Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoa, Detective Gumshoe! Then he hung his head low and went back outside. Kind of like when he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Wow. Huh? Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at the cheese shop. That's Missy, a nice lady. She's not, wait, oh, crap. Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah. Oh my god. This guy is not gonna learn to stop dating freaking models, is he? Like, I know models are pretty, but bro. The first one got murdered, the other one left you to go to Paris. Who? Right? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. Oh, not the butler. Phoenix Wright. Ah, the defense attorney from who I wrote that affidavit for. Yes. Oh, you should know I've taken over management for the Watergate Hotel recently. You should be in the area. Please stop by. I wonder what happened to the Steel Samurai actor. Oh, Big Boy Grossberg. Him. Oh, see, Phoenix Wright. Yes, Mia's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemons, you see. But what was his name? Freaking Will Powers? That was his name, right? Oh, no. Phoenix Wright. Is he an actor? Well, not mine. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Did you know that they're putting... Oh, no. I'm not even going to attempt to read that. Oh, there he is. I'm pleased to announce the Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and keeping my face out of public eyes till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any of the kids, you know? Any kid streams, you know? Is there anyone else I'm thinking about? What else am I missing? Oh yeah, the assistant. Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. Sounds like she caught a cold staying under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but she didn't have time, so I sent her some pink princess cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway? Oh, don't tell me I'm gonna have to deal with Cody in a minute. Please, God, don't let me see that freaking child. Oh, frick. Right? Who's that? You wanna talk? Let's talk about the pink princess, alright? But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her, the one inside the pink princess suit. What a dog. I was kinda shocked for a boy from my tender age. They still haven't fixed that monkey, I see. Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Me? I'm trained to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there was a ghost. A ghost? For real, now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. Ghost? Who the hell's the ghost? Oh, is it? Aww. Well, I know who the ghost is. Aww. Capcom. Hold it! Oh no. A brand new episode has been added. Alright. Episode 5, Rise from the Ashes. I'll do the intro for you. What in the freaking Norman Bates? It's been 2 months since Maya left the office, so what is it, like February now? January? 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is until the day that girl showed up. February 22nd, 10:02 a.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. Nope. I'm not talking to you. Because I have to end the episode here. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. You guys, yeah. So that was the intro for episode 5. Let me say that first. That's the intro to episode 5. It looks interesting. I'm excited to play it. But, excuse me. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys had a good day. Hope you guys have a good night. And I hope you guys have a great day tomorrow. Good night, everyone.